What's up, everybody? This is Mike here at Real Comics, and let me see if I can do this. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it's weird. I'm talking, and I can hear myself. Like, obviously, I can hear myself because I have ears. But you can put the monitor on so I can hear myself in the headset that I use. And sometimes it's disconcerting or disorienting. I don't know. It's just weird. So I guess I'll leave it now. And if I want to change it, I'll just adjust the advanced audio properties. Yeah. Okay. So, welcome to the show. This is... Oh, wait a minute. Why did it do that? I swear to God, I had changed it. Everything is here. I'm looking. All the images are here. And it says August 27th. I swear to God, I changed that. I did. I promise. I was actually trying to, because I know the way things have been for the past, since Friday. If you happen to be listening to the Fortnite stream I did, you would hear me rant a little bit about it. Not much, because again, first world issues, there are way more important things going on in the world other than me complaining about UPS. And them just throwing the entire vibe of the weekend off because of that. Because literally what I wanted to do with my Friday was spend an hour and a half on hold on the phone talking to somebody whose first language isn't English. Mind you, I don't mind that, but sometimes it's hard with the accent for me to understand, which is a me thing, I guess. But it's just, yeah, that was my day. And that just set the tone for the weekend, and it sucks because Saturday, went to go see Sign of the Times in IMAX, which was quite astounding and also sad knowing that Prince is no longer on this planet. But hey, we have Sabrina Carpenter, so if you ever want good music, there you go. He says sarcastically. The other thing I forgot to do was to do pick the images at the end. So that's why you hear me clicking over here. That play when I ramble on before ending the show. And this shouldn't take too long. There are actually some good covers this week, which initially I wasn't feeling that much because I didn't have my shipments, so I didn't know. Would have been nice to see it before the weekend started, but couldn't do it. So, but there are quite a few of nice covers, quite a few nice covers across the comic book spectrum here. Not this one though. You know what? I'll put those in there too. I've also added something. I mean, I get them infrequently, whenever they do put them out. But I don't usually show them. But I decided, you know what? What the hell? Why not? So I'm going to do that. All right, let's get started. We start off in the DCU with Absolute Green Lantern. This is issue number 6. And believe it or not, I don't know why. Perhaps because I wasn't paying attention. But I just realized today that Al Ewing is writing this book. I mean, I do like the art. And that is by, I can't say his first name. Johnoy Lindsay. But the only thing that bothers me about it, to be honest with you, I like it, but it's smaller than the page. Like, they could expand it. Like, there's at least an inch of empty space surrounding all the panels, all the art. And I'm like, I know this is a choice, but why are you doing it? Like, please don't. Like, this art looks really good. Expand it, make it bigger, you know, and big in it. Come on. But they don't. So, you know, what are you going to do, right? But I still like it. Here we have Absolute Superman. This is issue number 11. And this is by Mark Waid. And, oh my goodness, Di Giandomenico. Cover by Rafa Sandoval. And, yeah, it looks like Brainiac on the cover there. I was thinking about this, and I'm like, okay, so I do like the Absolute stuff, but, like, you got some good talent working on these. Scott Snyder, obviously. Jason Aaron here. Al Ewing on Green Lantern. So why not just give them books that are in the DCU, you know? It was the same thing with Marvel when they did the Ultimate Universe. It's like, y'all got these good writers. Well, I mean, those guys, they became good writers working on that stuff. Like, these guys are already established. Al Ewing, Jason Aaron. I mean, come on. Scott Snyder. So why not put them on the main? You know what I mean? I don't know. Just a me thing. But when the Absolute stuff started and when All In started, like, the books got incrementally better. Like, it just, everything, not just the Absolute stuff, but those other books too, like, really, really good. And we're going to see some of them when I show them to you. So, but yeah. Here we have a new book. Continuing the summer of Superman, even though I think we're heading into the fall. So maybe the fall of Superman? That doesn't sound good. But this is Adventures of Superman, Book of L. And Philip Kennedy Johnson. I always get my Johnsons confused. Is doing this. This was something that was started during Future State, before Future State, around Future State. And I guess they're revisiting it. Scott Godlewski is doing the cover here, and he's also doing the art on the inside. So yeah. Alright, this is it. Batman #1 is coming out tomorrow. There are going to be a ton of covers. I was going to use phraseology, but I decided to not say that word. But there is going to be a ton of covers. This one here is by Jorge Jimenez. This is the A cover. I don't know B, C, D, this is the A. I know that. This is the main cover. So, y'all out there that like the A's, this is the A. Then we got this. This is a blank cover, obviously. Actually, no. Well, never mind. This one here, I think, is just, I don't know what they're calling it. The logo variant, bat symbol. Yeah, bat symbol variant. And that is right there. Excuse me. Okay. Here we have J. Scott Campbell. And I gotta say, I dig this. I like the fact that it's bigger than the cover. You know? Can't really see, like, the ears of the cowl. And I'm okay with it. There's also a foil. Well, we'll get into those soon. This here, Mark Silvestri. Gabrielle Delato. This is a connecting cover. There's going to be something on the right-hand side. What it is, I do not know. Or maybe I do, and I just forgot. But it connects. Frank Quitely. I always forget his second name, but I know his first name is Juan. His last name is Totino. Tedesco? Totino Tedesco. Tedesco Totino. Something like that. JTT. We'll call him JDT. There we go. That's this right. You know what? Actually, hold on. I don't even have to guess. Why am I doing this? I just need... Where's the UPC? Oh, that's the wrong one. DC, once a week, sends emails. Julian Totino Tedesco. There we go. JTT. Keep it that way. It's simple. And what they do is they send links where you can download the covers. Well, not you, but me. Like retailers can download the covers. And for some reason, the way they name these files is ridiculous. I mean, I give them props for doing what they do. It makes my job so much easier, unlike Marvel. But they got to come up with a new way of naming the files because it's ridiculous. But they've done two versions because there's a blind bag this week for this cover, for this book rather, sorry. And inside there are foil versions of all of these covers that I just showed you here. There are foil versions of all of them. You just don't know which one you're getting. So they have two versions, and the versions that are foiled do not have the Batman logo in the upper left-hand corner. And also, let me see where, hold on. Let me see what else isn't there. No, they do still have the DC. But they also do not have the UPC on the bottom left-hand corner. So that's what's missing. And yeah, that's my story. Here we have Jim Lee. Right? This is Jim Lee. Yes, it is Jim Lee. I see a signature there in the bottom left-hand corner. This is a connecting cover. And I think it connects to a Jorge Jimenez book, if I remember correctly. But there's something about, I think it's delayed because it was on the Batman, the monthly, well, the supposed to be monthly Batman book, but it's delayed. So you're not going to be able to get the other half of this cover for another month and a half, maybe, something like that. I don't know what Batman issue it is, but yeah, that's the left side of this. So this is the foil variant of the Jorge Jimenez, which is for sale. It's not in a blind bag. I do have this. Then there's also this one. It really sucks that I can't embiggen this so you guys can see this, but this is Art Germ, and it's a wrap. But this is also a foil cover. I believe there is a regular Art Germ. No. Is there? Wait. Let me see. No, there isn't. Okay. Never mind. I take it back. There isn't. The only way we get Art Germ is by the foil. And that was it. That was it. Right there. That was the other. So now we're into Batman issue 635. This is a facsimile. And this, unfortunately, is the first appearance of Red Hood. As you can see on the cover there. That's Red Hood. Well, that's how Red Hood looked back in the day. But this is where Jason Todd becomes Red Hood. And I gotta say, Red Hood, for me, is the Gambit of the DC Universe. However, I will say this. I don't know if it's next week or the following week, but there is a Red Hood book coming out that I've read. And I gotta say, I didn't hate it. And the art in there is really good. What's up, Isaiah? Good evening. Good early evening. Just quickly, watched 48 Hours last night. Fun movie. Yes, it was. Anyways, back to comments. Yes, 48 Hours. It's a really good movie. Yeah, Batman 438. There's this. There's also a foil. Oh, I didn't do them. Okay. There's also a blank, which is just the logo and the DC bullet. And I think they have the credits in the upper right-hand corner there, too. But everything else is white. And then there's a foil. Whoops, I keep going to this. And then there's a foil version of this cover. The entire cover, front and back. Here we have Birds of Prey. This is issue number 25. I don't know who the cover is. Let's see. Let's see. Maybe Annie Wu? Yes, Annie Wu. There you go. Batgirl number 11 is here. And David Tolasky does this cover here. Not bad. I like it. I like the colors. Don't know who the other characters are, the other three, other than Cassandra, but deadly choices, huh? Speaking of good art, okay, good art. Nicola Scott, she's upper tier for me. Wonder Woman, Titans, all that good stuff. And she's doing this. How many issues this is, I don't know. But I can tell you, this is issue number 2. Cheetah and Cheshire rob the Justice League, and she also does the cover. I don't even have to embiggen this because I know. I would recognize Nicola Scott anywhere. Anywhere. And this is her. Issue number 2. Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong 2. There's things that happen in this issue that are very, very, very comic booky. And I am here for it. All of it. They should make a movie out of this, because that would be awesome. If they have to make it animated, I'm fine with that too. This cover is by Christian Duce. Right there. And I'm assuming it's Duce, D-U-C-E. And then there's this one here, which I got for me, because I like it. This is Alan Qua. King Shark, Flash, Hawkgirl, King Ghidorah, and assorted denizens of Middle Earth. That's Lord of the Rings. I read somewhere, what was it? Oh, well, you know what, we'll talk. Just remind me when we get to the Marvel stuff. I'll tell you. Middle Earth. Middle Earth has to do with Marvel. Here we have Poison Ivy. This is issue number 36. And G. Willow Wilson, Jessica Fong did this cover here. And Ilhan, yeah, someone named Ilhan does the art. I don't know who it is. I apologize. This cover's nice, but this cover's better. This is the thumbnail. And this is, where is it here? I gotta get his name right, because I know I'm gonna mess it up. Kyung-Yong I hope I'm saying that right. But I've been a fan of his for a while, even before he started doing mainstream work. Actually, I don't think I've ever seen his stuff anywheres, besides, like, you know, his pages and stuff like that. But his art is excellent, and I'm glad he's finally doing comic book stuff. I want him to do some Marvel stuff. I hope, please do some Marvel. I gotta see him do Rogue. Like, that's just mandatory. The Gambit slander continues, and it will never, ever, ever stop. If we ever meet, I hope you sign my Gambit, my giant Gambit poster. See, the fact that you acknowledge that you have a giant Gambit poster it says all I need to know about New Zealand. Like, that should, hopefully, I know there's some things, I don't know, I think in America they're lifting some of the restrictions as far as flying on a plane. But if you ever had to board a plane to get to America, hopefully that will be one of the things that goes into the garbage, as well as, like, you know, shampoo bottles that are bigger than a certain size, like I think it's 8 ounces or something like that. And what other things, like, you can't bring, I don't think you can bring beverages on. Like, there's all kinds of restrictions because of 9/11 and stuff like that. But definitely should not be allowed to bring a Gambit poster on board. That's just wrong. But yeah, this cover is incredible. And last but not least, Teen Titans Go, issue number 7. And judging by the cover, looks like the Legion of Superheroes are going to be in this. So, what does it say on there? It says, guest starring the Legion of Superheroes-ish. Interesting. And I saw I don't know if it was a TikTok or something on Instagram. Apparently they're going to be doing another season of Teen Titans. So, I think season 6, he said. The guy that played Ezekiel on The Walking Dead, who also, I think he does the voice of Cyborg. He was at a convention and he mentioned. So, yeah. So, Teen Titans fans have something to look forward to. And that's good. Most definitely. Now, over in the MCU, we got a bunch of good stuff. Not that there wasn't. I'm not trying to say like DC wasn't good, because it was. But there's some good stuff here, too. All new Venom. People that don't like Paul are going to be happy. Because I thought, maybe the way they left it, it was just her saying, hey, I think we should break up or whatever. And then, like, somebody said, well, maybe what if they get married or something? And I could see her doing that. I could see them doing that because we are in the era of the troll. I mean, clearly. I mean, just look. Well, I won't get political. But we are in the troll era right now. And that would be something that I could see them doing where, in this issue would be like, well, I won't spoil it. I'm not going to forget it. I can see it going one way. And does it go that way? Maybe. Who knows? But yes, Al Ewing is still writing this. And they set something up for next issue, which some Donny Cates fans might be happy with. So, yeah, we'll leave it there. Amazing Spider-Man, number 11, a.k.a. number 975. And let me tell you, they really, 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 really want to get to 1,000. So we're going to see probably twice a month Spider-Man books. But this one here, this is, I want to say 2.5 size. This is not double sized. It's a little bit bigger than double sized. And I wouldn't say it was triple sized either. So it's a little bigger. 2.5. 2.5. Keep it that way. But yeah. And on the cover, you can't see here. Because here they don't show you like the creative team. And you don't see the UPC and all that. But on the bottom right-hand corner, it says, who are the 2 Spider-Men? And this issue has that answer. And I've thumbed through it. And I know the answers. But I can tell you that Joe Kelly, John Romita Jr., Pepe Larraz, I think that's Scott Hanna, I want to say. Let me see. It is Scott Hanna, yes. He's doing the inking there. This is, let me see, you got 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got like 6 stories in here. So it's almost like an anthology, which longtime listeners of this podcast, broadcast, whatever it is, know that I love anthologies. So I am down for that. But let's see what else you got here. You also got Saladin Ahmed, Perry Perez, Lee Gatlin, and Jason Liu. Now, the Jason Liu thing, I don't know if it's technically like a story. No, well, I don't know. Well, yeah, I mean, there is stuff you got to read, but it's a double-page spread and stuff like that. But Perry Perez, I think he's going to be doing the J. Michael Straczynski book that's coming out, the Spider-Man book that's coming out, and I love his stuff. I'm glad he's doing more Spider book, because he was doing Spider-Woman for a while, and that was the only reason I was getting that book. But, yeah, definitely. And there's the Pepe Larraz story in here is good. And the John Romita Jr. story is good. So, yeah, there's some good stuff in here. So, yeah, there you go. Here's a cover for you. Let me see if they say who this is. Yes, this is Javier Garron. This is Jung Yoon. This is the, that other one, this was the Javier Garron spoiler variant. And you can't see it that well, but there's people on the cover there. And I'll just leave it at that, because that would spoil the other. This one here is the new costume variant. I mean, you know, Spidey's got to get every, what, 10 issues, 15 issues, he's got to get a different costume. I mean, need action figures, come on. This one here is an awesome Lee Bermejo. This is Lee Bermejo, oops, Amazing Visions variant. And I like it. Some people are annoyed, or get annoyed, because Liam Bermejo, he doesn't draw his Spider-Man suit to be like form-fitting. He makes it like a little, like there's like ridges, because it's like little, I don't want to say baggy, but it's not tight, you know? I'm fine with it though, because he drew, I think it was him and Black Cat maybe, and he didn't have that issue with Black Cat, so that was okay. Here we have, Marvel is going to be doing, I think, 5 covers that are going to feature Stitch on there. So all you Stitch fans out there, this is Luciano Vecchio, I don't know. And they're calling this the Disney Stitch. Oh, well, there you go. Disney Stitch variant. Wow. Wonder how they come up with that title. But yeah, there's going to be a couple other ones. You'll see them as we go along. And this is the first one. Then we have this. Okay. Poison Ivy. I don't have a problem with Poison Ivy being the thumbnail. Okay, because usually I try to narrow it down to like 3 or 4. I choose, and then the criteria for being a thumbnail is whether I can find a version variant of it or not. And unfortunately, this would have been, I think this might have edged out the Poison Ivy just slightly, because this is a badass. And I was even going to break my no text rule on there, because there's no text allowed in the thumbnail. I mean, other than, you know, the this week's NCBD and the date. But this here, usually with the images, I try not to have any text there. But this, I would have made an exception for. However, I couldn't find one that didn't have the damn Marvel logo at the bottom. And that was like, that just destroyed it for me. So I looked on Sanford's, he's not on Twitter anymore. He's on Blue Sky. I checked on there. He hasn't really updated that much. I went to Instagram. He had it there, but it was like Instagram sometimes when you're showing covers like this, they make it bigger and it just crops it and it doesn't look good. So that's how he had it. And I don't know if it had the Marvel, but it cut out like the Amazing at the top there. But yeah, but this is also a cover. And it's also a poster. So I'm happy about that. Marvel did that right. But yeah, this would have been a thumbnail. But oh well. Moving on. Avengers issue number 30. And those of you out there that are listening to me now that actually follow the store on any of the deplorable social media I'm forced to participate in, I did upload the Marvel Zombies trailer. And if you are a fan, happen to be a fan of Marvel Zombies, then this issue is going to be of interest to you, because they may or may not make an appearance. Battleworld might also get, well, you know what, never mind, I'm not even going to mention it. But if you like the Marvel Zombies, you might want to pick this issue up. And actually it does, there's no blurbs. I don't know why, it's weird they don't have the blurbs on there, but yeah, there's something on the cover that says something. And yeah. And it's also issue number 30, which they also don't have on there. Oh, and also, you know what? I didn't mention this too, but with the Batman issue, I guess Jorge Jimenez has been pushing for a cover box, kind of like Mark Brooks, what he did a while back, that Marvel also, they put on the cover for a little while. And I like that. They need to get the cover box back. Marvel needs to do the books the way they used to do them in the 80s, where it had a cover box and had the bar on the top that said Marvel Comics Group or something like that. And maybe, you know, little in the bottom corner have a little UPC box or something like that. Like, do it like old. But then again, I also do like seeing more of the art. Like, if that's going to take away from the art, then maybe just do the cover box, you know? But yeah, DC is going to be doing that. And again, every week, mandatory Peach Momoko variant. Gotta have one. Here we go. This is the Avengers Peach Momoko variant. Is that Jubilee? That was like Jubilee. And Daredevil. And the Wasp. I see. Thor. Ant-Man. Wolverine. And Spidey. And then, here we have a Humberto Ramos Disney Stitch variant. Second one. I told you about these, remember? Ramos also did a Disney, a D23 special variant that sold for a lot of money. Like a lot of money. They should do more of that. Here we have Doctor Strange, issue number 450. Now, I don't mind Doctor Strange. I don't. It's not like the cosmic stuff for me. And I wasn't necessarily impressed with that Doctor Strange of Asgard thing or whatever. You know, I mean, because he trusted Doom, and look what that got him. But, like, I don't know. They kind of. I don't know. I just didn't dig it that much. But this here. This is issue number 450, and I'm surprised. It has no other number. It just says Doctor Strange, number 450. Now, of course, when you get to the end, it's going to say something else, and I won't spoil that for you. But there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 different stories in this issue. This isn't double-sized. This isn't triple-sized. This isn't double and a half-sized. This is a regular issue, but it does have 5 stories in here. And the art in here, almost all the stories, is really good. There's also a Christian Ward story in here, written and drawn by Christian. And, yeah, it's excellent. Ron Lim does a story in here with Roger Stern. Like, and I didn't even mind the Straczynski story. Like, it was really, the art in here is really good. Different styles. Yeah, definitely. Here we have a Kevin Nolan variant cover right there, and then we have Gwenpool issue number 5, which apparently turns out to be the last issue of this 5-issue miniseries. It'd be nice if they put on there like 5 of 5 or something like that, just to let us know, you know, let retailers know. I mean, if they're not going to have respect for the customers, at least have respect for the retailers, so we know exactly, you know, what's going on with this. And that would help us order, because if we just think this is number 5 and number 6 is going to lead into something else or whatever, like, you know, I don't know. Whatever. Here we go. Imperial War Exiles number 1. This is a one-shot, and I can't tell you who's doing the cover there. Let me see. I think there's a signature in the bottom corner there. Mortarino? Don't know him. But you got the little Rob Liefeld background there. See it? It's all white right there. Nice. Went to the Rob Liefeld School for comic book backgrounds. And then, this is a pretty cool cover. This is Riki Yagawa. And I dig this. I like the fact with all her feathers. Like each one, I wonder if he drew those individually. Like that's a lot. But I like it. It's Jeff and Other Marvel Tales number 1. This is the A cover, and then we see on the cover there, besides Jeff, oh wait, I can't do big in this because for some reason Penguin Random House didn't have this cover, so I had to go get it online somewhere. I forgot where I got it from, but I can see that Alligator Loki's there. There's somebody on the plant in the back there. Is that Frog Thor? I think so. And then there's Jeff. And then there's the Flurkin from Captain Marvel. I don't know what his name is. Chewie? Was his name Chewie, I think? And I don't know who that big-ass cat is back there. But so yeah, looks like there's going to be a bunch of stories in there. That's cool. I did thumb through it really quickly, though. But the art in there, good as always. So, you know. Here's a variant cover. This is by Bob Quinn. And then we got this cover by Now Fuji. I like them both. I like this one a little bit better, but I like the premise of this with the Ferris wheel and Alligator Loki handling it. That's right there in Houston. Okay. Laura Kinney Wolverine, aka X-23. That's what her name should be. This is issue number 10. And it looked like a tight situation there. Magic. Apparently this is the penultimate issue. Oh, that reminds me. You know what? Doctor Strange, number 450. Magic is in there. And that was probably the best drawn story in there, as far as I'm concerned. Whether it was good or not, I don't know. But I can tell you that it was drawn really well. But yeah, this is the penultimate issue here. Villalobos doing this cover. And unfortunately, for some reason, I don't know why, they only have one variant, and it was an Alex Ross Timeless, and it wasn't even Ilyana. It was, I want to say Dagger, maybe? I could be wrong on that. But it doesn't matter, because usually for each issue of Magic that's come out, they've had at least 2 or 3 different variant covers. And here they had none. What's up with that? Moon Knight, Fist of Khonshu, number 12, is right here. I like this cover. I don't know who did it. I'm not going to embiggen it because I know they're not going to have it there. But this is issue number 12. And someone makes an appearance who was also in the TV show. And I'll leave it at that. Spider-Man, number 1, but this is Spider-Man 94. For fans of the animated series, if you were a fan of the animated series and the comic book that came out around that time, you will dig this because the layout of the cover is just like it was in the 90s. Yeah, I think this is a miniseries. 5 issues maybe? Perhaps. Should be. Up next, Star Wars. Han Solo, Hunt for the Falcon, number 1. Judging by the way they rendered Harrison Ford there, I'm assuming this is going to take place after Return of the Jedi and before The Force Awakens. The art inside is pretty good, so I grabbed it. I wanted to see what was going on. Chewie's in there, of course, as you can see. I don't know who that dude is to Chewie's right, but it tells you in the story. And yes, as it says there, Hunt for the Falcon. So I don't know what happened to the Millennium Falcon, but something did, because they're going to go hunt for it. Star Wars Legacy of Vader, number 8. And this person here is apparently a new member of the Knights of Ren. For those of you that were disappointed at what little you were able to see of the Knights of Ren in the sequels, well, you're going to get them fleshed out here a little bit. Stephanie Hans does this variant right here. And that's the character's, I think this is the character's first appearance. For those of you out there that are first appearance people. Ultimate X-Men, number 19. 5 more to go. Peach Momoko. Uncanny X-Men, number 20. Marquez did the cover, but he doesn't do the interiors. Gail Simone still writes. But there was this. This is Fan Yang. It says Fan Yang Rogue variant. Creative titling. And it's Rogue. I was going to put it on the thumbnail. I should have, but I was like, you know what? People are going to get tired of me just throwing Rogue on there. But it is my stream, so I can like throw whatever I want on there, right? You know? I mean, come on. But yeah, so I went with Poison Ivy instead. But I really want to see that dude do Rogue. He's gotta. That'd be awesome. Wolverine issue number 13 is right here. Not a bad cover, but I like this one a little bit better. Mark Brooks doing this Weapon X cover. God, that row cover looks good on my TV screen. Much bigger. And last but not least, I have some posters. As I mentioned, this Amazing Spider-Man cover by Sanford Green is a poster. Thank you, Marvel. This Punisher Red Band. I want to say this is Marco Cicchetto. I could be wrong. It has happened once or twice in my life, but I'm almost positive. Let me see if I can see a signature. I can. Yeah, this has got to be Marco Cicchetto. It looks. Oops, it looks like it. This is the cover for the upcoming Punisher Red Band series, and that will be the cover of the issue number 1. And last but not least, for the MCU, X-Men of Apocalypse Alpha. I want to say this is Simone DeMeo. Yes, I see the signature. Never mind. This is Simone DeMeo. And this is a book I probably will not be reading, specifically because of the individual that's in the forefront of this issue, or cover rather. Unless he dies, like in a, like I would hope Sabretooth maybe, or Wildchild would like just eviscerate him. Not eviscerate. I don't know. Just kill him. And is that Morph in the back there? I don't know. And there's Blink. And I don't know who this dude is. This Deadshot looking dude. That's how long it's been since I read Age of Apocalypse. But yeah, this is the Alpha, cover to the Alpha. That's coming up. And I'll say I was lolling or something. I said, I've seen more of the Knights of Ren than my real dad, LOL. Yeah, you and me both, brother. You and me both. But it's okay. Here we have what's going on in the indie world, which actually there's quite a few things. Got this one here. This is FML, issue number 6. Kelly Sue DeConnick and David Lopez. This cover here is by David Lopez. And then we have this one here. This is Ghostbusters, Dead Man's Chest. This is the B cover. Why did not get the A cover? I don't know. Let's see. Who did this cover? Monica... Oh, my... I don't even want to attempt to pronounce this. I can't. Way too many consonants in there. Sorry. But Monica, I do like this cover. I like the fact that the ghouls are holding that picture frame there. So give you props for that. Monster High, House Hunters. Hey, did you hear there's a Monster High comic? In case you didn't know. This is issue number 1. But it's a one-shot, I'm sure. So it's cover A, Mercado. Cover B by... Sometimes I think they just make some of these names up just to make me sound like an idiot trying to pronounce them. Widjaja. Widjaja. Right there. Yes. But I do like this cover. It does look good. A little Tigre-ish almost. Here we have Sonic the Hedgehog, issue number 81. This is cover A by Stanley. And then this is cover B by Dutre, perhaps. Last but not least, for the indie books, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 11, Jorge Fornes. I'm hoping, or another Fornes, right there. Kevin Eastman, he of the Eastman and Laird, the creators of this IP, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Juan Ferreira, right there. This is Rodriguez. Which Rodriguez? I do not know. But it's a Rodriguez. There's many Rodriguezes. And last but not least, there is this Kershaw? Yeah, Carl, I think. Maybe, perhaps, possibly. I was going to pick this one, but instead, I had to go with the OG. Right there. Kevin Eastman, come on. Really? So yeah, that's it for books. But I also do carry some other things, including this. This is Disney Princesses, A Wonderful Winter. There we have Mulan and Ariel on the cover there. And also, little golden books, Disney's Emperor's New Groove. If you haven't seen this Disney movie, you really should go see it, because it's really good. Tron. They're also going to be doing Tron Ares covers next month, I think it is. I can't wait for those. I hope the movie's good. It better be good. I mean, not having Daft Punk is a deficit, but you got Nine Inch Nails, so, you know, I hope. Jared Leto, I mean, please be good. Please be good. Keanu Reeves, if you want to know, they do a little history, origin. Keanu Reeves. And then Serena Williams. And last but not least, The Prince and the Bot, Iron Man Awesome Friends. And I remember people were triggered because Ironheart was on here. Silly, silly people. There's a lot of them in the world. And that, my friends, is it. We're at the end. As always, thanks for watching, listening, whatever you're doing. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. Appreciate the 2 likes I got. If you've seen anything and you happen to be local, you seen something, you want something, do not hesitate to get in touch with me. Today is the day to do it. There are ways to get in touch with me. They are on the screen. If you want to do it the old-fashioned way, Rogue Comics CT on Facebook. Or Rogue Comics on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. TikTok does not notify me when I have messages. Fair warning. So, maybe try doing at Rogue Comics. Maybe, I don't know, put that in the message, the body of the message, and maybe then I'll get a notification. I don't know. It's been, yeah. Sometimes I forget to check, and then also, it's not as bad as Instagram, because Instagram, they have categories where they'll put the messages. Like, I won't get notified that I'll have messages, but they'll have the messages in there. It's not like a spam category either, because there's like 3 or 4 of them. Like, there's like primary, general. I don't know what the other 3 are. It's weird. So unless I purposefully get on there and I check each one of those categories, I'm not going to know that I have messages. Thanks, Instagram. But those are the ways to get in touch with me. If you want to, if you are like me and you're lazy, then go to direct.me/roguecomics, and they are all there as buttons, and all you gotta do is press the button and it'll bring you there. You don't even have to type it or open it or anything like that. Those buttons will do it for you. There's also a button there to call the store, but that button isn't going to be good tonight. Maybe tomorrow, but by then, all the stuff will be out, So if you saw something and you want it and you're local, call me. Or not call me. Get in touch with me. Don't call, because I'm not there. But if you're not local and you still saw something and you want to get it, and you don't have a local comic book store, or the comic book store you got around you is populated by dicks or whatever, I do ship stuff. Just get in touch with me, any one of those buttons, and we can work something out, and I will get those to you as soon as possible. So that's it. Thank you for watching, whether it was live, Hosea, or the replay. I do appreciate it, and have a great new comic book day. Whether I'll be on Fortnite tonight or not, I do not know. We will see. I don't know what time is it now. Maybe. I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to stop rambling. Let's go, Mike. Yes, I'm going. WZ, you're late. So, yeah. That is it. Thanks for watching. I will see you... Oh, by the way, you know what? No, let me do this. Hold on, because I don't really do this. But I am close. Apparently, on TikTok, you have to have 1,000 followers to get access to be able to go live on TikTok for some reason. I don't know why. So that means I am 57 followers away. So if you are listening to this and you are on TikTok, go there, Real Comics. It's on the direct.me thing. And if you don't follow me, just follow me on there. That would be appreciated. And that way I can stream this on there too. Because I think I'm streaming on Twitch, although I did go on Twitch and I didn't see it on there. So one of these days I'm going to try to get to have all of these things working. So I'll be able to stream on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and all that other nonsense. But for now, thank you everybody for tuning in, and have a great new comic book day tomorrow. There are some good books coming out. Make sure you go out and support your local comic book store. Okay? And you know what, WZ? Neither do I. Although I do use it to post things on there. But then that's fine. It's A-okay. Just if you happen to be on TikTok. I didn't say, okay, what I want you to do is I want you to sign up for an account, put all your personal information in there just to like or follow me. No. If you're on there, if you happen to be on there and you don't follow me, then follow me on there. If you're on Instagram, follow me on there. I'm on all of this deplorable social media nonsense. Even Pinterest, which I don't really... I tried uploading the videos that I do, the Marvel videos, like showing what books are dropping, and they usually get silenced because there's music on there and they don't like it. TikTok, even if the music is longer than a minute with some bands, like this week I used, who did I use? Oh wait, I haven't done it yet. Oh, I haven't even picked a song yet, so I really got to go. Okay, I'm going to stop rambling. So yeah, last week I used, I think, Tears for Fears, and they allowed it. But the week before then, or no, I did a Deadpool Batman video. Not stream, a video. And I showed all the covers, because there's like 21 different covers. And I played the Like a Prayer that was played during the Deadpool and Wolverine movie. And it was over a minute. So they were going to pull it, and they were going to force me to use like their stock music or whatever. So what I did was I sped up the song a little bit, and it was under, I think it was like 59 seconds. So they allowed me to upload that. So that's how I was able to do it. I don't know. Ridiculous. But anyways, I'm going. Thanks, guys. And take care of yourself.